guys, what is going on? So today we're going to talk about the TAG HEUER Monaco, which I just got. But before we get into the Monaco, we're going to talk about the Monza really quick. So the Monza, has some of you saw in last week's video, was something that I purchased about a week ago. I did a whole unboxing video and provided some thoughts about it. I'll post a link to that video up here somewhere. Anyways, I did the whole video. When I did it, it came out great. I loved it. I think some of you had some great comments about it as well. Unbeknownst to me, the watch had a defect. And it was the defect was actually pointed out by a user named gsmshadowtraders. So huge shout out and thank you to you if you're watching. And gsmshadowtraders, he pointed out the fact that it was missing the marker. It was missing a marker, like I said, between the 55 and the 60 second mark. So when he made that comment, I saw it and I immediately ran over, got the watch from my watch box and took a look at it. And indeed, it was missing that particular marker. The very next day, I took it back to my authorized dealer, Feldmar Watches. And, you know, they have great service there. I've dealt with them for a number of years now. Great guys there. And they allowed me to exchange the watch for any watch of my choice. And I decided to trade it in or exchange it for the Monaco. So that's how I've come to acquire the Monaco. The Monaco, this is my second run at the Monaco. The first one I purchased back in 2015, same exact watch, but I ended up trading that one in about a year later for the Big Pilot. So one of the watches that I ended up trading in for the Big Pilot. So I'm going to give this a second try and let's go inside and take a closer look at it. Okay, so we're not going to do a full unboxing like I did with the Monza because the unboxing experience of the Monaco is very similar. But I would say that if you guys care about these things, the one major difference between the two is the inner box of the Monaco. You do get this real tan brown leather box with HEUER on it. And then inside is a suede material with a suede watch pillow. And again, the HEUER logo on the top lid there. So I think all in all, this is a much better box that you get with the Monaco. And then now with the Monaco watch itself, we'll talk about some of the stuff on the outside and work our way in. So right off the bat, you guys can tell it's a square case, 39 by 39 millimeters. Thickness, I have read that it's anywhere from 14 to 15 millimeters thick. It is a bigger watch. It does wear pretty thick on the wrist, and I'll show you, how that kind of looks like in a little bit. In terms of the case back here, try to zoom in on that. You guys can see it is a display case back that shows off the Salida movement inside. The strap itself is a calfskin, kind of a very dark navy blue color strap. Try to show this off as best I can, although right now in the video kind of looks more black than navy blue, but it is navy blue and has a folding clasp with the HEUER logo on it. In terms of the pushers and the crown, so the crown sits on the left side of the watch. The chronograph pushers sit on the right side of the watch itself. So very similar to the original design of the Monaco, with the exception that the pushers of the original model were circular in design. And I'll throw up a picture now of the original so you guys can kind of compare the two. But the pushers of the original were circular in design compared to the rectangular shaped pushers in the modern version. So design-wise, I would say that all in all, it is very, very similar to the original. I think this is, a great re-edition or reissue of if you will, or of the original Monaco. Now, looking at the dial, it is the blue dial that the Monaco is famous for. Subdials are a light silver color with a white date on it. Obviously the indexes are, have red accents. Hands are red with the chrono second hand in red as well. So like I said, all in all, this is a great reinterpretation of the original Monaco that doesn't really stray far from the original design. And then looking at the movement, and we have a display case back here. It is powered by a Solida SW300 movement, which is a clone of the ETA 2892, and it does have a chronograph module sitting on top of it. So let's talk about the history of the Monaco. Back in the late 1960s to early 1970s, HEUER was really popular amongst racing drivers of that time, specifically the HEUER Octavia. So when they decided to make the movie Le Mans, Steve McQueen wanted a HEUER watch to complete the look of his character. This hardcore racing driver. So legend has it that he had specifically selected the blue Monaco to be worn on his wrist, and after that, the rest is history. The movie itself has become has this watch in my opinion, and very much to this day still a cult classic. Okay, lastly, let's take a look at the Monaco on the wrist. So as you guys can see here, compared to the Monza, it does wear a little bit bigger. The Monaco does sit higher on the wrist, just because it is about 1.5 to 2 millimeters thicker. So it is a bit of a more substantial piece here. But all in all, I think it looks really, really good. Like I said, this is a great reinterpretation of the original design that doesn't stray that far away from it. And it does have the look of a vintage watch powered by a modern movement. All right, guys, that wraps up this week's video. I'm gonna go grab some lunch now, super hungry. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.